Now let's do a bit of American news. Now there is a British twist, or two, there always is. Now last October, Dirrell lost a tight decision to Carl Froch in the Super 6. I thought Froch nicked it, but it was tight. Trust me, Froch went and lost to Michael Kessler. Dirrell had a much harder task on paper and met the unbeaten Arthur Abraham in the second series of the Super 6. It was a torrid fight. He fought fantastically, Dirrell, but it was a controversial ending. Dirrell was illegally hit in the head and collapsed. Abraham was disqualified, rightly so. No one moans about that. Dirrell was rushed to hospital. He recovered, and a stage 3 fight was arranged with American Andre Ward. That fight fell out of bed, and now there is a question mark over Dirrell's continuation in the Super 6 because of health reasons. Well, to clear up a few details and for an update on Andre Dirrell's condition, it gives me great pleasure to welcome to the show Gary Shaw. Good evening, or good afternoon, Gary. Gary.
Hey, how are you?
Yeah.
Yes, I'm here.
Thanks for finding time to speak to us. Gary, first of all, can I ask you directly, what is Andre Dirrell's medical condition as we sit here now?
Andre has been having headaches, continuous headaches, and when he lays down, he has some pain in his head. He's being seen by a neurologist. He's going for more tests, and that's all we know at this moment.
And is the suggestion that that's the consequence of the illegal punch that Arthur Abraham landed in the 11th round?
Well, I mean, that's what some people are saying. I'm not a doctor.
Of course not.
So I'm not going to say that was the punch that did it.
Mm-hmm.
I really don't want to comment on it because I'm not a physician.
Sure, but in theory, if Andre gets the all clear, the green light, he can come back into. He will come back into the Super 6.
No, he's he's officially out of the Super 6 because the tournament had to go on, and we don't know when he's going to be cleared to fight medically, if ever at all. So he's officially out of the Super 6.
Looking at the Super 6, Gary, because it brought together not just Super 6 fighters, and I think it's fantastic, but it brought together a lot of different promoters, you know, guys that maybe, you yourself, you're a hard-nosed guy, you bargain hard for your fighters, as does Mick Hennessy, Lou DiBella, Dan Goosen. Looking back on the Super 6, do you regret putting Andre in it, or do you think it was okay?
No, I think it was the right move. I thought we beat Froch in England. I still believe that.
Yep,
I still believe he could have won it. I think he was the most talented fighter in the tournament, the most athletic. And everybody that knows me as a promoter knows I fight for my fighters.
Yeah, listen, you do, Gary. I mean, no one denies that. I've had loads of emails and text people asking me about you. One of them, quite a few people want to know, are you going to get a TV deal over here in the UK? Because they like the fights that you put on. That's from Rob Palmer. Any idea of any chance you're getting a TV deal over here, Gary?
Well, I appreciate all you fans saying that. I try to put on the best fights that I possibly can. So maybe have all your fans that are Gary Shaw fans write to the BBC or Sky or whomever, and I'd be more than happy to come and put on fights. My pleasure.
And we like you. I mean, when I had you on my show up in Sheffield last year, the crowd warmed to you. You know, you get people excited. You annoy people, you divide people, but the people certainly have an opinion about you.
Well, look. You know, the promoter's supposed to defend this fighter. The promoter's supposed to promote.
Yep.
If I come there and I just sit there like a bump on a log with no personality, who the hell's going to care about me? Who's going to care about my fighter? And who's going to care about boxing?
Listen, you're absolutely right.
I am who I am. Take me with a grain of salt. Love me or hate me, I am who I am.
Yeah. Now, let me ask you this, Gary. I saw something recently come through from one of the PR people that you employ, telling me that you're going to be working with Kimbo Slice, the great MMA fighter, who's an entertaining character. You and him together in a room, that'd be entertaining. Is Kimbo going to be fighting?
Yes, Kimbo's turning heavyweight. I have him training right now in California, and he'll be a force to be reckoned with. Anybody that's gone to YouTube and seen his backyard fights know how he can punch.
So that's going to be coming up soon. And what about the Bradley and Alexander? Is that all okay? All going to go together well?
Yes. Bradley Alexander is a done deal. January 29th on HBO. Bradley will kick the shit out of Devin Alexander.
Okay, we do. We'll take your word for that. Now, so Gary, just before I let you go, and it's been a pleasure talking to you. Is there any idea when Andre Dirrell will get a clean bill of health? I mean, is he going to see some specialists before Christmas, after Christmas? Any sort of dateline on it?
No, he's seeing people right now, and he'll continue to see people. But with head injuries, you don't rush him. His health and long-term for him is a lot more important than getting back in the boxing ring. So whenever that day is, that will be the day. Right now, I can't predict it.
All right, listen, Gary, it's been a pleasure having you on. We'll speak to you very soon, and it's a pity that you're no longer involved with the Super Six, because it was as much fun having you about as it was having Andre Dirrell in the ring.
Thank you so much. But watch the Super 4.
Oh, yeah, the bantamweights.
And Yanni Perez.
This the bantamweights, yeah?
They're great fighters. I want to bring them over to England and wipe up all your bantamweights over there.
See, that's what these people want to know. That's what Rob Palmer and Wallet Inspector, all these guys on the websites who follow this show, they want to know if you can get this on a BBC channel. We've got to work at it, Gary. We've got to get our heads together.
There you go. I'd love to come over there. England is one of my all-time favorite places, so I'd love to do it.
All right, listen, Gary, it's an absolute pleasure having you on the show, and we'll speak to you soon.
Thank you.
That's Gary Shaw there talking to me. Now, Gary Shaw is he's a chest-first guy, and he does swear, and so I'm going to apologise for his use of language there. But, you know, listen, that's the kind of thing he does. He's not a bad man. He's a true man. He fights the corner of his fighters like you wouldn't believe.